State Senator Doug McCrory is stepping away from the Community Investment Fund Board following an audit and in the middle of an FBI investigation. Both are looking into Blue Hills Civic Association, a nonprofit in which McCrory has ties to. The probe has prompted calls for greater scrutiny of how state earmarks are awarded to nonprofits. McCrory says he engaged in no wrongdoing. In a letter to Senate leadership, McCrory writes in part, a recent inaccurate, deceptive, and biased audit of an organization funded by the Community Investment Fund risks becoming a distraction from the fund's important work. I believe this work is too important to risk jeopardizing it.